I am live. I am live. I am live. I can't sing. Welcome, welcome, welcome. I am ding, ding, ling, ling. I got a couple other. Oh, sorry, Tammy. Bye, Tammy. Better turn down my radio. On my phone, something. Turn it down, turn it down. Molly Mouse on! Are you doing the spreading or am I?
I'll do it.
Well, there's a new one.
Tell me what
Hi Debbie, how are you? Country Creations, Fixin', something like that. It'll come up. You want me to do it?
it is. Sure. You get that one.
I'll get that one. How are you, Debbie? Everybody welcome. Come on in. Let me know you're here. Where you're from. Unless I already know. I could know. Hi, Tanya. First time catching you live. Thank you. Welcome. Let me know where you're from. I got a new place, so I'll do it for Floyd. I think I don't know how to spell it. There we go. Done. You guys wouldn't mind spreading the glitter, floating the boat, flying the kite. Hi, Pam. How are you doing? Everybody come on in, let me know you're here. There you go. Welcome, Tanya. I was like rushing to get things done. I had we had done t-shirts for a benefit and donated some wreaths and some other stuff for their auction. So we were chatting. I'm like, oh, I gotta go get ready. Hi, Gail. How are you? So this is an order that I'm doing. Oh, you know, living a life. I literally was just cutting mesh and throwing it up here because I was like cutting a memorial wreath for fall. Hi, Anna. For a customer. Former coworker, I make seasonal wreaths for her husband's gravestone for the past ever since I started making them. Hi, Alfreda, welcome. So I got a 14-inch frame. Normally I do a grapevine for her. She's like, I want a deco mesh one this time. I said, okay. And then we make a grave saddle for her sister. So she does a fall, a Christmas, and a spring. So it's a 14-inch frame from Dollar Tree, 18 ties, 10 on the outside, 8 on the inside. My Dollar Tree had silver frames. I didn't buy any, but they had black, and I bought some of those. Hi, Dawn. Hi, Michelle. You guys, sprinkle, sprinkle. You know what happens at 50. We get 50 in here, and we'll give glitter mail. So, I have... And she didn't want to sign. Sometimes we do a sign, sometimes we don't. And I'm like, you want to sign? No sign this time. I said, okay. So, we're going to do lots of colors of mesh. And then we're going to make a big bow. And I'm not doing ribbon tails. We're going to do a fake bow. I've done it one other time. And so we're going to do that. It's where you cut 21 to 24 inches and make a little loop. Hi, Joan. Everybody float your boat. So, the white or cream color, this is a very basic mesh. Basic mesh is good to use when you're layering your colors and going to put stuff on top of, so because you know you can see through it and it doesn't have that bling or the glitter or the foil, but it's a cheap alternative, less expensive alternative to putting your wreath where you still want that extra color. Oops. Hi, Stacy. Yeah, I'd found some last year too. Let me turn my phone off. I'm sorry. Make sure I get this. Where's my... Oh, there it is. Now it won't go off no more. It might vibrate my rear end, but... So how is everybody doing tonight? If you're new here, let us know where you're from. So what we're going to do is... I started talking and then I forgot. Happens a lot. So my blue is a metallic blue. It's cut at 25 inches. Floyd's phone's on tonight too. My cream color, and it is cream. It might look white, but it is cream. It's cut at 25 inches. And it's just basic. Very basic. No foil, no nothing.
I had to update the banner.
Huh?
The banner. With all the...
Oh, yeah, he normally does the banner. Well, we'll wing it tonight. So, and then I have the Poly Jute Natural and then the orange metallic cut at 10 inches to make our rolls. So, I wanted to make it nice and full still, even though she wasn't, wanted a lot of bling or anything on it. From Wild, Wonderful West Virginia. Next door neighbor. Hi, Laura. Hi, Joyce. My husband has family in West Virginia around Huntington.
Hi, Kimberly.
Hi, Kim. How are you doing?
Oh, I have more family than that. That's just dad's side.
Well, yeah. Your mom, you got mom's side, dad's side, all kinds of sides. I laugh because I'm like, Floyd is, my husband Floyd is moderating, who you hear in the background for those who are new. His dad is from Kentucky and his mom's from West Virginia. She's screwed.
I don't know, Kieran. It's kind of warm here today, too.
Oh, I got in the car from work and it was 95, which it's been hotter. One day it was 103 in my car. So I'm like, I turn it on, roll down the windows, and I'm standing there for a minute before I even get in. Thank you, Laura. We get our second one on the 5th. You know, a week and a half before convention. So I hope it does not make me sick. The first one, my arm was a little sore, and like the third day in, I was achy. But I don't know if that was from the COVID shot. I have arthritis like from head to toe. So, hi Yolanda. So we're gonna do the woodland ruffle on the bottoms, and then run out. Do some stuff. You want to go ahead and switch my cameras for me, honey? So these end up being about 4 inches apart. I do use more ties than a lot of people. Sometimes they just do 6 on the inside, 6 on the outside. I like a nice full wreath. So my wreaths don't go between doors. Oh, that's good, Kim. Alright, so what we do is we'll do my little bow dab right here. My lovely thing for holding your stuff. If you don't have a bow dabra, you are missing out. Because it is like a third hand. I squish them in here. Can't see that. So I put them in there, I squish them in, I can take them both out at the same time. I'm ready for summer to be over, but I'm not ready for winter. So we did cream on top and blue on bottom. So now we'll do, not the blue, the cream first. And then the blue. And then you get that variety in your wreath, so it doesn't just look like a layered cake. And then we'll put our rolls on top. So what we're going to do is we're going to take this 10-inch rolls. We clip them together just to hold them there, and then I usually crisscross them. And then my fingers aren't working so well tonight. Tie that all down in there, and then once they start getting all together, it'll start cooking up nicely.
My whole body's not working so well tonight.
No, we just...
It was a long, hot day.
I've got really bad sciatica. Not that you want to know that, but I've been gimping around for a few days. If I have it at Crafters Convention, I'll just gimp with the rest of everybody. So we'll just go around. You could do, if you don't like to do it all together at once, or maybe, you know, your hands cramp, you can do it one at a time. Thank you, Dawn.
Hi, Mary.
Hi, Mary. I've seen some of Mary's pictures she posted. Amazing stuff. I feel like I'm in a race, but I'm not. Hi, Linda. Good evening. I try to trim as I go. That's the only thing I don't like about the rolls, is that sometimes you get that fraying going on. You're welcome, Mary. You do awesome work. So, a friend, actually it's my friend's daughter, but she's friends with us too. We'll go boating and dinner together. So, her aunt was diagnosed with melanoma cancer. And then they found a brain tumor. So they're doing a benefit dinner for her, and they all wanted t-shirts. And she's like, can you make us t-shirts? And I said, yeah. She's like, well, how much would it cost? So we only charged her at cost. So she charged her family members a little more so she could get some more money for her aunt. How do you post to the business? Oh yeah, you were having issues. So she should be able to post to the business page. Just go to the page. I don't think you can share. Yeah, because she was trying to, I told her to post a wreath that she made with one of our signs. So I think you have to be on the page and then post your picture.
Or if you have any more trouble, Karen, just send it to us.
It's in our thing. She sent it to us.
Oh, well, then we can post it if she has trouble.
If you have problems, Floyd can post it. I've been on a custom order roll. Thank you. I think when I hit like 35, everything just started falling apart. But I cannot wait for Crafters Convention. 3 weeks, I think. What is it, Kim? 3 weeks? I was keeping track, and then I kind of lost count. Been so busy lately. 3 weeks. Woo! We're leaving a day early. We're driving. We're going to leave a day early. Stop by and see my mom. Put flowers on my dad's grave. My brother said, Dad didn't want no flowers. And I'm like, he's not here to say nothing. So, my dad's getting flowers. He can come haunt me or something. I don't know. So what's everybody been making? Are we done with Halloween yet? I said I was done, and then I find these cute pics or something at Michael's or Hobby Lobby or somewhere.
Kimberly said she'll be there around noon on Wednesday.
Awesome. So I guess the check-in for the hotel is at 3, but you can check in your luggage. Because Angela said she'll be there about 1:30, I guess. They're flying in, of course, from California. She's trying to talk me into flying to California to see her. We shall see about that. She says, I'm going to come see you in November. And I'm like, I can't have no time off in November or December. She had to wait till the new year. when you work retail, time off in November and December is not to happen. And do you have so many? You know, I've made a lot more than I did this year. Now, I just gave one to our friend for a benefit. It was actually the kit that... Do we have any kits left?
We do. I don't know how many.
2? I think there's 2 left.
I don't know.
Why don't you go look? Finishing fall and Christmas, I had 3 custom orders. Awesome, Kiernan. This is a custom order. Then I gotta make a grave saddle for her sister. I'm thinking about doing, I've made her a decal mesh and floral wreath. I've made her a floral wreath. And then I think I'm gonna do pinks and like mauve this year. Normally, the people around here just say, do your thing, Jeanette. But she goes, this year I want a mesh wreath. I said, okay, we can do mesh. This year I am in love with candy corn theme. I don't know why. I think I like the bright colors. I bought some more picks. Oh, Michael's had these huge picks. Oh, lost the ball. They had these huge candy corn picks, and then I bought some more small ones. Floyd got a spider web frame.
Well, it's not for me.
Oh, no, I'm sorry. He bought the stuff. I have to make it.
I have my own surprise project.
Oh, Lord.
You know what it is.
I forgot. Oh, yes, he does. He found something, and he's like, I have to get it. Now, if you guys know, Floyd's specialty is the flower wreaths. He's the one of us. We're a team. And he makes the flower wreaths. One of those. I had to go over to one of the shops we're in and get one of his flower wreaths so he could donate it. I started walking out with it. She's like, oh, did someone buy it? I'm like, yeah, kind of.
Somebody will buy it at the benefit.
Yep. So she told me her one aunt is saving all her money, this was like a month ago, so she could bid on one of my wreaths because she just loves them. I'm like, oh, that's sweet. Hey, Joyce. You should show us a picture. You can post pictures on our, anything that I inspire you, or you buy one of our signs and use. We love to see your creations. And if you can't figure it out, just send it to, in the messenger through Background Creations, and we'll post it for you. So the girl that was here earlier picking up stuff for her aunt, she saw the paint stick, the whole yard stick one, the snowman for the clubbing challenge. She's like, oh, we have to make one because we do classes, her and her mom and some family members of theirs. And I'm like, we're not doing a yardstick.
How about a 5-gallon paint stick?
So I showed her a centerpiece I made with a 5-gallon paint stirrer. And I'm like, this is more your guys' size. Well, welcome, Christine. Thank you for coming. Let us know where you're from. Lots of newbies tonight. If you wouldn't mind spreading the love. I say sprinkle the glitter, but some people that don't know me don't know what that means. So I'm just going to build some of these up. I was cutting mesh and I was throwing everywhere because I had to get ready in a hurry. So I only worked a half a day today because I was supposed to go to the doctor. In the doctor's office, they canceled my appointment because my doctor's sick. Don't know how sick, but she's sick. So I thought I'd come home and take a nap. Not. Then I forgot I had to go take new Wreath over to the shop, get his one that he wanted to donate. So, no nappy poo for me.
Finish folding the shirts.
Yeah, I had to finish folding on the t-shirts that we made. They come out awesome. So we made 30 t-shirts. 3 of them were kids.
One of them was a onesie.
And one of them was a 3
to 6 month onesie.
6 month onesie. I had the one that we screwed up. So we did 29 shirts front and back. All done. We get to the onesie and we screwed it up. Thank you, Laura. So here's the onesie that we screwed up. You can get the gist of it. And then we put the family's name on it. This is what she wanted on it. But it's so cute. But that one got screwed up. Oh, you're from Columbus? Awesome. Have an aunt in Lancaster area. I haven't talked to her for years. They just, I don't know. I think once grandparents pass away, it's almost like they're the matriarch or the glue that holds the family together. Because nobody talks, nobody does anything. I can remember going to family reunions and
we had a family reunion every weekend out of my grandmother's here.
But you know, when those grandparents pass away, it's just like the whole family just kind of fizzles apart. Yeah, I didn't grow up. I'm from Illinois actually, and I used to spend summers with my grandmother in Reynoldsburg.
Hey,
Hi, Vincent. I've been here since '97, but my husband calls me a transplant. So I know this kind of looks like a hot mess because we've got four colors going, but it'll make a nice full wreath. And blue and orange is actually Illini colors for Illinois, but I did not plan that way. I'm in New Philadelphia, Ohio, which is if you go straight over 70 to Cambridge and then go straight up 77, about an hour. About ready to lose some. Then Floyd will have to go digging.
I don't know about all that.
One of the cameras is right there. I need to build me a little wall or something. I always lose my mesh. So I'm excited to start on Christmas. I bought some. Floyd's been wanting the Christmas tree, the Unique in the Creek Christmas tree boards. Those are on the way, by the way.
Oh, you finally ordered them?
Yes, I finally ordered them. I put them in my cart at a place, and then they go out of stock. So I had to go find it from another place. So, but I bought them from Trendy Tree.
Sign blanks got ordered this morning, too.
Sign blanks. First sign of the month. I have a huge sign picked out.
I haven't even seen it yet.
He doesn't even know what it is. He just tells me to put the image in the folder and he makes them. So for everybody that's new, we do have a Sign of the Month Club. You get 2 signs for $20. That includes your shipping. And it's just like a subscription plan, but you can cancel at any point in time. One sign will be a very popular sign that we sell, and the other one is exclusive to the group. So nobody else can buy that sign except for people in the Sign of the Month Club. You can, there's a private area to our website. You can go back in there and buy more signs of the exclusives. You can even go back and buy the former exclusives. But you have to be in the Sign of the Month Club to get that. And they are, oh, I love them. So here's our outer row. So you can already tell that it's going to be pretty thick, especially once we get that. Ow! I lost it, Floyd.
Alright, give me a minute.
You'll get it in a minute. I do like designing signs. I had a lady contact me and she's like, I love this sign, but can you make it circle? Yes.
Good thing your grabby thing is right there. You wouldn't have got that one back. You'd have had to went the other way and get it.
Oh, okay. So there's the... Oh, I have, you know, those little gopher sticky things? They like grab. I have one because the top rows of my shelves of my mesh are really, really high. So I use it to get them down. Oh, there went my octopus.
Whose?
Oh, that one's yours, sorry. So if you watched the double live between Angela and I, she has a little mascot. So Floyd went and got me something to make my mascot, I guess. But she's happy right now. Those little, what are they called?
Octobuddy.
Octobuddies. And you buy them off of Amazon?
Octobuddy.
Oh, octobuddy.com. And you get 5 or 6.
I don't remember.
They're different colors.
Are we doing commercials for Octobuddy
Yeah,
now?
we're doing commercials for Octobuddy.
We're not getting paid for this.
So this one's gray and black. This is Floyd's. Mine's like turquoise and pink. But he's happy right now. And then he's mad. So you can like set it on your desk and let everybody know that you're not having a bad, or you're having a bad day. So they can just leave you alone. I seen one in the parking lot of Walmart one day, and it was sitting on their dashboard of their car. I don't like anything on my dashboard. I feel like it obstructs my vision. Hello, Kathleen from Canada. We have quite a few Canadian viewers. I feel sorry for y'all with your shipping. I've had 2 or 3 Canadian orders this week, and their shipping is more than their products.
It's insane.
It's horrible. Yep. I think we bought all the grandkids. Well, his daughter bought part of the grandkids some, and then we bought the rest of the grandkids some. Wouldn't that be good for, like, my one grandson is autistic, and, like, if he's had a bad day and he don't want to talk to you, he can just make the frowny face.
He does.
Cat's in here again.
He just did a Mosley bot.
Mine sits on my printer downstairs. Well, that's flying mesh everywhere. I think I cut too much.
Well, mine normally sits on my sublimation printer, but he's going to have to be deglittered now.
I had him over in the corner there. I didn't have no glitter out. There's glitter all over the house. Except for his room.
There's enough in there.
Is that what you're thinking, Karen? I know. I feel sorry for the kids in school these days. So I have not started any Christmas yet. The only Christmas I've done was the Clubby Challenge, where I made the snowman. I think I started a lot earlier this year because this is my second year in wreath making, and you know, you're supposed to make like things like 3 to 4 months in advance, especially because we have 2 shops that we put things in, and we have an Etsy and sell online. So I don't want to make too much Christmas because I got a lot left over from last year. I like this blue with the metallic in it. All these colors, you know, like I used to rotate my mesh for colors of the season, but really now you can use all the colors all year long. I made a pink Christmas wreath last year. It is so pretty. So when you start in the middle, you can start anywhere you want because you don't have not established a pattern. If I can find my ties.
Big if.
Yeah. Once we start getting the middle in, it's going to be really, really full. I have to try really hard to make a wreath that goes in between doors. And I don't use an elevated wreath form because I feel they're a little too big. My personal taste. Floyd made a patriotic one, and it just kept getting bigger and bigger and bigger.
It wound up like 12 inches thick on the outside.
It was 12 inches thick. We had to add more mesh to it and everything. So we're not elevated wreath form people. I bought a couple because he wanted to try them.
I don't like them.
He don't like them. I knew I didn't like them. I know, Kathleen. I hear about you guys. I'm not quite sure why. Now, like Decor Exchange, I know Damon ships internationally.
Well, the problem is the shipping is so.
And the shipping is so awful.
But you, our neighbors to the north, you guys have Unique in the Creek right there.
Yeah, you have Unique in the Creek.
She sells a lot of supplies online.
She does sell mesh. We've thought about, I mean, we have some ribbon on our website that we bought, but right now with the industry, just with everything, I mean, for heaven's sakes, you can't even get potato chips right now because people don't have people to work.
Christine says,
oh, wow.
All of her wreaths are 12 inches thick.
Wow, wow. You use Unique in the Creek? Awesome. She's going to be at Crafters Convention, I think.
Who?
Lori?
Yeah. Her and Michelle.
Well, Michelle's presenting.
Yes.
Yep. Michelle from Monkey's Creation. There's a collaboration between Michelle from Monkey's Creation, Lori from Unique in the Creek, and Andrea Brown from Ranch House. So once you starts getting full, you got to kind of play around with your mesh and make sure and stuff like that. So we had one Canadian customer. I didn't recognize the name. Used to, in the beginning, I could tell you all my sign customers' names. Not so much anymore. But she ordered 9 signs, so at least she make her shipping worth the while. I do custom signs, if I can. We've started carrying some newer sizes, so we've made an executive decision. We think. So in round signs, we're going to carry 6, 8, 10, and 11 3/4. Why did I call it 12? So those are the round, and then in square, we're going to carry 6x6, 8x8, and 10x10. We're not doing the 12x12. That's just huge. I mean, that's like a parking sign or something. And then, of course, we have our rectangles, the 6x12, the 8x12, and then we have an oval. It's like 7x12. No, it's 7x12. Yep.
No, 6x12. Not 7x12.
We'll see. We'll see who wins that argument.
Same size as a license plate.
Is it?
Yes. So there.
So there.
Occurred to me. I didn't have that.
Yeah, we didn't eat supper yet.
Try to grab something to eat in between lives.
So we go live tonight at 8 p.m. in my private group. We do a lot of different projects. Talk about colors and how to match your sign using a color wheel. Who knows how to use a color wheel? Or who has used a color wheel? I actually got it out tonight because I was just like, wanted something different. I actually like using my color wheel. I ordered some stuff from Trendy Tree. I got some red and turquoise ribbon with little elves on it. That's a very popular, that started, I don't know if it started last year, but I noticed it last year, that the red and the turquoise matching, that's kind of popular. You use a color wheel? Awesome. If anybody's seen Jackie Coates Fancy from Deco Exchange, she has a huge color wheel up on her wall. Not sure why you need one that big, but hey. I actually have some of that. I bought it last year. It's so cute. It's got snowball in it and red and turquoise. It's so pretty. I used to be a very traditional colored person for Christmas, but last year it was all about the elves. Not the creepy dudes, the cute ones. Because some of them ones I got out of Hobby Lobby are creepy looking. So there's the listing for the Backroom Glitter Gang. It's $10 a month, $9.99 or $97 something.
$9.99.
$9.99. You get 2 lives a week, one on Wednesday, one on Saturday. Once in a while, it's an uploaded tutorial, but usually it's me or Floyd. Floyd has done a few of the private group, and he's done quite a few of our public page, because if I have to work nights, ugh. Did I even miss a beat when I had my shoulder surgery?
Not really.
I was making wreaths with a sling on. Guys are awful quiet. Thought maybe the customer whose wreath I'm making, she might come on, but I don't know.
She's a busy woman.
Yep. Yeah, that'll take up a lot of work. His daughter that got married about a year and a half ago, they were going to have a big wedding and everything, and then and I talk about last minute, she called us one day and said they just decided to do something small, and they were in Wisconsin at the time, and in like a week and a half. That's how much notice we had. We're like, what? Needless to say. Thank you, Laura. So the red and blue go together, but I wanted to tone it down a little bit, so I used the cream and the natural, just to...
You mean the orange and the blue?
What did I say?
Red.
No, it's not red. It's orange. I'm not colorblind.
Just so everybody knows, she confiscated my color wheel.
I did. He bought the color wheel for, I forget what reason.
We bought it at
Hobby Lobby. Or Michael's, one of them.
Hobby Lobby or Michael's.
Hobby.
She's like, what do you need that for? And she stole it.
I did. And it was the first time I'd done yellow and navy. I don't know why I had not thought of that before. But when I was playing with the color wheel, I'm like, yellow and navy. I never thought about that.
Kieran, there is no relaxing before a wedding. Come on now. Hate to be the bearer of bad news, but yeah, there's no relaxing before a wedding. Maybe time to breathe, but
most of our children have done something very, very small. Even the one that had a church wedding and invited, people and all that. I did that all by myself. Flowers included.
Kieran says that's why I had it in quotes.
Yeah, no relaxing.
Yeah, because big events, I mean, even with the most careful planning and
always something comes up.
Something always comes up.
So my stepdaughter decided she wanted to marry the baby's daddy when she was 18. They're divorced now. But I supported her. We've actually we went and bought a prom dress, and it was just some red embroidery, and then it was all white. I forgot to hem it till the night before the wedding. I'm like, oh my gosh. So I got this big old dress draped across my dining room table.
I have faith in you, Kernan. You'll do a fine job.
I think I skipped one, but I have this one. Maybe I just cut too many of those because I was cutting and a throwing. Nope, just the one.
We do, Marilyn. It escapes me which particular video it is, but yes, it is in the video.
my Hawaiian, I don't know where that came from. My Halloween one, I do all the kits live unless I'm making a kit kind of just like a different theme or color right after another, and I won't do that live. But it'll be the exact same method. So
yeah, we did earlier in the year we did a ladybug gnome and a sunflower gnome. They were pretty much the exact same thing, other than a different color scheme.
So that's the only one I haven't done a live on.
Oh, I'm sorry, I misread that. Bow kits.
I have not, but I have done bow tutorials, but I can do one.
Actually, she's been talking about doing some bow tutorials
on the public
group.
Yeah, because I've done a couple on the private group. I can do that. Maybe we'll do that next week. We'll do that Monday.
Okay.
So Monday we're going to do bow kits. So we do sell mystery bow kits. You get 10 to 12 yards of ribbon. Each one is cut at 2 yards. And you might get... I never give you like previous holidays. It's always from now, what we're making. It could be up to 6 months in advance. Usually it's a little closer than that. Like last month's was Halloween. And not everybody gets the same bow kit every month. I just randomly package them and then I just send them to people. So when someone says, I got my bow kit, so how do I put it together and what color should I use first? And I'm like, well, which one did you get? Because I don't send the same exact one to everybody. Yep, So Monday, next Monday, at 8 p.m., we'll do bow kits. Because there's a couple different ways that you can do them. So this is our last tie. And it is tight space in there, but we'll get it in there. If you saw me when I had it flipped over, I was pushing the mesh through. That's how I kind of get the rolls to stick out. And if you guys ever think of something that you want me to make, I'd be almost more than happy to do anything.
Almost anything.
So I'm always watching other people's lives, and I try not to copy everything. Sometimes I put my own twist on it. So we got our ties in here, and that's when I do this and make sure that all the mesh is pushed forward. I don't like a hole in the middle, but this is tight enough that I'm not worried about it. Because she's not getting a sign. She doesn't want a sign on it. So that's usually why I'm so particular about the middle. If you're putting embellishments on it or signs, you don't want them sinking down into the wreath. So I'm just going around making sure my mesh is not folded over, that it's poofing out where it should be. And there's the links for the mystery bow kits. They're $15 a month, or $15 a month, includes shipping, right?
Yep.
Yes. He's the shipper. I design the signs, most of them, and then he presses. Must be supper time. See you later, Kiernan. Yeah, I haven't done a bow on the public life for quite some time.
You're going to do a half of one night.
Well, no, a night where I just make bows is what I meant. Whoops. So what we're going to do is, we're not going to do ribbon tails. We're going to do like fake bows. So here's some fall. It's got some green in it, but that's fine because we're going to put some green in our bow. And then it's got some sparkly. Everybody knows I like glitter. If you don't know that, you do now. So, and we'll start putting them on the outside. We'll see what it looks like. I think we're only going to do the outside, so that'll be 10 of them. And I'm going to do them at 14, 14, 13. So if we used... So if we used my 12-inch acrylic board and only cut one end, that would be 24 inches. Scoot that over to the side so my ribbon don't go flying. So this is how I do my ribbon tails. I have boards that Floyd helped me make. I have one for 13 and 14 inch. For the 12, I use an acrylic. So we're going to wrap it around. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. So normally when you're doing ribbon...
Screw up and cut it on both ends.
No, I'm not.
I said don't.
So normally when you would do something like this, you'll cut this in, you'll cut this in, and then you have your ribbon tails. See where both my ends are. I may have to make another one. Nope, I think it's at the other side. Yep. Oh, thank you. I almost did it. So let me just cut in there. Ta-da! Well, you know what I mean. Much it all failed. Okay. So, to do a fake bow...
It's a bow, it's not a...
It's a loop, actually.
Yeah, it's a loop.
So, I just fold mine in half when I do my dovetails. So, you have... So, they're 24. So, decide what size loop that you want in your tie. I usually do a 4 or 5. And I fold it in half and I scrunch it. Now this ribbon, you can slightly tell the difference in the back to the front. Because what you want to do is, you've folded this, so one of these needs to twist. So the fronts are on both sides, on the upside. Sunny side up. And then we'll put it in, this is a thinner ribbon. I don't know why plaid ribbon is the thinner of the ribbons. I don't understand that. But anyway.
Make you ask questions.
Make me ask questions. Something my dad would say all the time. So then we just take this loop, make a loop, and then you have 2 little tails.
Kimberly said she's never made that type of. It's not really a.
It's not really a bow. They call it a fake bow. Melissa from Crafty Max. That's how she does her kits. Because if you know who Melissa is from Crafty Max, that's all she does is sell kits. And then of course she makes her kit that she's selling. And this is what she does. She doesn't put bows on her wreaths. When I first started rethinking, I could not make a bow to save my soul. So, but this is what she makes. So this would be a great alternative for those who struggle to make bows. You could do a little fake one. Not sure. I guess they call it a fake bow because it's got tails and then it's got a loop right here. But it's something different. Kind of change it up. You know her? Yep. So if you watch her, that's what she does. I forget how long she cuts hers.
I've only watched her a time or 2.
But she sings. All the time.
Hi, Bianca. I normally, the couple of times that I've watched her, it's been during the Christmas season. Don't want to lie. The woman has some amazing Christmas kits. Just saying.
And she's just, her personality, she's just so upbeat all the time.
People like that scare me. Kitty says 24
Kitty says
inches.
24 inches. Thank you, Kitty.
Apparently Kitty watches Crafty Max as well.
Yep. I watch a lot of reruns just because of my work schedule. I don't get to watch a lot of people live. Or if I do, I can't comment. I'll watch them or listen to them on the way home because I have a 40-minute drive home.
So I split my time. What little free lives and replays of lives and fishing videos.
He watches fishing videos. Yep.
Not a whole lot.
No. He watches more people's lives than I do, probably. He'll go, oh, look what this person did. So my ties are getting shorter because we have so much stuff in there. I always cut it about 1/4 of an inch.
Just in case.
Just in case you have to take it apart, because I have had to take things apart.
I think we all have.
Yeah. So it's just a little cute thing. I thought that might be kind of different for, because she's going to put this in a cemetery, and then we're going to put a bow in the middle. because she doesn't want to sign. Huh?
Never mind. Totally irrelevant.
So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to put it in like this, and then I'll twist my one around. Probably be a little bit easier that way.
Maybe.
As Floyd calls it, it's research and development. If you can't find it on YouTube or online, nobody's done it. Thank you, kitty. I gotta take some ribbon to Crafters Convention because I have a feeling. And I gotta take my fluff box for Katie because she's gotta fly.
You can't take her fluff box on the plane?
It's heavy.
Well, yeah, they are.
I told her I'd bring mine. We're not flying.
Huh. All right.
I have to find my tails in here. So I think the ribbon will pull it into the more fall feeling since I can't put a sign on it. So what's everybody have for supper tonight?
Don't talk about food. I'm hungry.
Why not?
I'm hungry.
If you guys watch Kali, that's one thing she does. She's like, tell me what you're having for supper.
Oh, hey, Lori.
Hi, Lori. Are you going to Crafters Convention or you still don't know yet? Just had a pot pie.
I like pot pies.
That's not on our diet.
Yeah, I know.
So one year because we went back on our keto diet, and one year we were on vacation and we tried to stick to it.
It didn't work.
About day 3 we gave up.
Can you get fried fish?
Fried fish.
That's a bad thing. I go fishing all the time. I don't keep anything.
Mm-mm. So I think it's hilarious, I mean absolutely hilarious, that one way of the bridge you can't eat the fish because the mercury level's too high, but south of the bridge you can. Like the fish don't swim that way.
Oh, we were talking about that at work the other day. It's because of the distance from Dover Chemical Plant.
But still, like the fish up there can't swim down here?
For procedures crafted.
Will do, Lori. Hope everything turns out okay. I know I called my nurse. Attica is like screaming.
You'd start doing the stretches I do. Knock on wood. Oh, there's no wood within reach. I got to do that. I haven't had any issues in a while.
Well, I started doing them again.
I've been doing stretches pretty much every day.
So whenever somebody has sciatic problems at work or wherever, and I'm like, oh, I got stretches for you. Here's a local caught.
I mean, we have lakes that I fish at that it's safe to eat the fish out of. I don't.
He brought me home a catfish like this big one time. I know, Lori.
Oh my God. A couple of years ago, when we went on vacation to North Carolina, that's when my sciatica set in, was on the trip down.
Mm-hmm.
I was miserable all week. Couldn't hardly walk to the beach. And
the beach access was about a block away.
I was going to say, it really wasn't that
It wasn't that far. Not even a whole block, I'd say. But, walking on sand, because it, like, sinks down in, and it
was horrible.
It was just horrible for him. So what are good stretches?
Well, that depends. Are you trying to prevent sciatica, or do you already have it? Because if you've already got it, there is a
Piriformis Stretch.
Well, and there's a tennis ball routine that you do once you already have it.
Sit on a tennis ball.
Right at the bottom of your butt cheek.
Like where your underwear
go. Depends on what kind of underwear you wear.
I guess it depends on what kind of underwear you have. It does.
But to prevent it, I just take one foot or the other and I pull it up on
your knee, like cross your knee.
Oh, farther back than your knee, like mid-thigh.
Yeah, like mid-thigh. And I can actually do them standing up, and then you like...
And then just lean
in.
Lean straight forward, and you'll feel it pull.
It's like it pulls in your butt.
it stretches that piriform.
It's called a piriformis muscle. Your butt muscle. So this is the last.
Sometimes it's hard to do because I've got bad knees.
Yeah. I've gone to physical therapy. I don't know how many times for it. I stopped going for my shoulder because, well, it's about the same time.
Oh, yeah,
I stopped about the same time my dad died.
It popped.
It popped?
When I did that.
So here's all the outside. We're just going to do these on the outside.
And there's lots of videos on YouTube as well for stretches for sciatica.
So I started making my bow.
Ta-da!
Ta-da! So we have a rick-rack and a green and white check, and then we have the same ribbon that's in there to tie it together. And I started to do a funky bow, just, one loop on each side, and I made 2 loops, and I'm like, oops. So I just make a loop.
Lori said that Piriformis is where they're shooting her up on Friday.
Mine's always in my back. Thank you, Alfreda.
We can do shots for...
I was reading on that.
I don't like shots, but I might be willing.
Oh, he's a baby when it comes to a needle.
Hey, listen. Didn't used to be.
He got a blood clot from one of his knee surgeries, so he had to be on Lovenox, which is the blood thinner shots, twice a day. And then every week he had to have his blood. It ended up being almost, 2 months? 2.5 months?
Oh, it was longer than that.
And he's like, I think you like stabbing me in the stomach.
I had to get an injection every morning and every evening in my stomach. I don't like it.
He's big baby. And then, oh my gosh, my daughter had to have it. She got a blood clot near her heart. And she couldn't do it to herself, so I had to drive down there and give them to her every morning. So I do not normally make 7-inch loops on my bows, but because we're not putting a sign on this, I went ahead and did that. The first 2 ribbons I actually did do 2 loops on each side because I got carried away and said okay. And then we're just going to graduate down. It's amazing what you learn on a Wreath live, or learn how to do stretches. Side of that ribbon. So what I do is when your ribbon's almost gone, just go ahead and take it off the reel, and then I usually use I have a square, but then I just wrap it, and I have a little basket of all the ribbons that I keep, usually less than 2 yards, and then of course you can save it later. If it's 12 inches or more, I do not throw it away, because you can just add a 12-inch piece of ribbon into a funky bow, and it just gives you an extra tail.
Oh, Michelle, it was horrible.
His stomach was bruised. It was.
My whole abdomen was solid black and blue.
It was. My daughter would. She's like, "Give me the ice pack." We put an ice pack on her because she had to have it in her tummy too. She got a blood clot from. She had to have a stent put in her head. So we got 2.5 inches there. And we're gonna do. I got a green and cream colored check. I don't measure a whole lot anymore. I do measure my loops, but not so much in the tails. Key to you want everything tight in the middle. That makes your bow fluff out better. You get more fluff. I'm almost out of this ribbon. I'm going to buy some more. I haven't bought too much. I bought, I think, 4 rolls of Christmas ribbon when I ordered from Trendy Tree yesterday. But that's only because I had specific projects for it. I have so much Christmas stuff. So when they were talking about shortages for the supplies, I'm like, I'm good. Because last year was my first Christmas. And I'd never been into a Hobby Lobby or an at-home. And I went nuts. Then the more I went, somebody was starting to throw stuff in my cart.
I don't know what to talk about.
Yeah, whatever. He's like, oh, this will look good. And then last year, oh, we gotta find sleighs. We did a sleigh off last year. Here's some glittered leaves.
Nah, we did a sleigh off last year. We're gonna do something different.
Want to do something different? What do you want to do?
I don't know.
He did traditional and I did whimsy.
Maybe we'll do a candlestick.
A what?
A candlestick.
Do what to it?
Decorate
Oh, we'll decorate it? Or how about a candle ring?
I don't know. Maybe we'll use your Halloween houses to make centerpieces.
Stay out of my house. Oh, I gotta get those out.
Your Christmas houses.
You stay away from my houses.
You come home, won't be sitting in the middle of the table in the middle of the centerpiece.
You're my witness. If he goes missing, he touched my houses. I've bought so many houses every year at Walmart. I have to put them in 2 different rooms now. I love all the colors of the ribbons, but I'm not a fan of satin ribbon. Now when it's got full glitter on it, it's still stiff. But it seems like all the cute printed ones are always on satin. On a canvas. Alright. So I use zip ties when I do my bows. I did pipe cleaners for a while, but
I like the zip ties better.
I like the zip ties.
There's not going to be any accidents with the zip tie.
No. I don't need no pipe cleaners popping apart. I might need to, that's kind of thick, I might need to attach 2 together. So if your wreath is extra long, attach and make sure that you have enough on the back side to attach it to. Always want to make sure you get your zip tie in the middle of your stack. Then I tighten it up, not quite tight enough, so I can move stuff around if I want. A lot of people teach your tail has to be here and your loop has to be there.
No, it doesn't.
I kind of start doing that, but then I just, as long as it looks good to me, that's what I go with.
Dawn says pretty bow.
Thank you. As long as they're spread out and even and you like it, then go for it. So after you have everything where you want to tighten it down really, really tight. I use my pipe or my zip tie for a handle, unless you're using a fluff box. I don't always use one. You just want to curl your tails. Some people say fluff from the top to the bottom. I don't know. I do me. That's what I do.
I find I tend to start on one side and then just work my way around.
Yeah, I don't like do all one side and then do the other side. Thank you, Stacy. Stacy's in the glitter gang. I like to put a canvas ribbon on the bottom because it holds its loop so well. So if you do use a thinner, like this is a linen and this is a printed satin, you always want to put a canvas under your satin. It'll help hold your loops up.
Well, hey there, Deanne.
Hi, Deanne.
Better late than never.
So that's the method to my madness. Because it seems like plaid and gingham are always really thin, so I try to pair it with a canvas ribbon. Some places don't tell you what the ribbon is made out of. I like Craft Outlet because it does. You can click on it and then if you scroll down, it'll tell you what it's made out of. Thank you, Anna. So normally I do not put things right in the middle of a wreath, but because of what she wants, I am. So we did our fake, we did our fake little bows or loops or whatever you want to call them on the outside. Now you don't want to pull it down too far because you like to have a black hole of ribbon. So you just want to make sure that you attach it to where it's firm on the top and isn't going to wiggle around.
Well, hi, Patricia.
Hi, Patricia.
Better late than never.
Yeah, there's always the replay. We don't delete any of our lives. Tighten that. And then if you have tails that are a little long, you can always trim them. I usually do trim them, but I might leave mine just to kind of like cascade over the wreath, because this is for, she puts them on a wreath stand, so it kind of just cascades out over the mesh. Did not want to sign. Switch cameras. So I haven't cut my ties on the inside. I'll hang it up and I'll look at it again tomorrow to see if I want to change anything. Thank you, Alfreda. So it's nice and full and big. I think it's colorful for fall. I will probably spray this one just because it's going to be out in the elements. I know where his grave is. There is no trees or anything. just to try to give it some more longevity. And if you use, sometimes I'll spray my wreaths with triple thick, and it makes your thinner ribbons stiffer. I don't do that for like just everyday wreaths, but for something that's going to go to a cemetery, I will. Thank you, Joyce. Thank you, Patricia.
And Laura and Michelle.
And Lori and
Don't be
Michelle.
forgetting people.
Sorry. Alright, so that's my take on a signless memorial wreath. I kind of know her and know what she likes, so this one's a little bigger than the ones that she's had before, but she said she wanted mesh, so I gave her mesh. Alright guys, thank you for coming and hanging out. Those of you that are in the private group, I'll see you in about 45 minutes. We're going to go grab a little something because we didn't eat dinner. And I'll see everybody later. If you, the public group will be live again next Monday at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Hope to see you here. If you ever have any questions, please let me know. Happy crafting and good night all.